Hi, welcome back to my revival. I've just had a good week in general. Do you remember how I talked about, I think it was at the end of my life altering event series? I talked about how the weight had to be addressed so I could move on to other goals I had in life. Well, it seems like my plan is working. In my goals for 2018 video, one of the things I mentioned I wanted to improve was my housekeeping. I've never been a fan. I want to improve. And this week, for the first time in years, I stood and scrubbed my shower, walls, tub, everything, top to bottom, standing the whole time, not taking a break to sit down. I haven't been able to do that for years. I mean, I would push my little rollator, which is a walker with a seat and handbrakes so that you can walk with it, but if you get tired, you can sit down. And I would push that into my hall and have it next to my bathroom so that no matter what I was cleaning, I could stop and take a break that would be a longer break than the scrub session had been. I'd clean something and be huffing and puffing, and I could barely lean over, and so then I'd sit down and I'd have to sit for a while because it took a long time to catch my breath. And but here I was this week. I need to clean that shower, and I had this scrub brush on the end of sort of a mop bowl doohickey thing, and I'm scrubbing and rinsing and scrubbing and bending and leaning and I'm realizing at the end it just hit me. I stood the whole time, standing, stretching, leaning, scrubbing, bending. I wasn't out of breath. I felt such a sense of accomplishment. It was overwhelming. Sometimes, for me, on this weight loss journey, it's been what would seem like the little things. Like the first time I walked through a grocery store without going in wondering if there would be a place for me to sit down, like if they had a floral department that had a chair. I used to think, will I be able to sit down? I didn't have to do that the one time I've been through a grocery store, since I've been able to probably go through a grocery store. This seems like just a little thing. And I'm sure you all just are sitting there going, what? You cleaned your shower? Yeah, but I stood the whole time and I didn't get out of breath and I felt strong and I had energy and I was done, and I still stood there and thought, I just did that. The neat thing about it was it felt both new and familiar at the same time. New because I just flat out have not been able to do that. And familiar because that's how my body used to feel. I used to be energetic. I used to be athletic. You know, if I had a job to do or a chore to do or some weeding to do or tub scrubbing, it was never a big thing because physically I could just take for granted I could just go do it. And I went and did that tub and finished that tub and stood there and thought, I remember how that feels, that sense of accomplishment, and that I'm not wiped out, and that I'm not, huffing and puffing, and I gotta go take a nap and lay down. I mean, I'm done for the day. I really just did that as if it was normal. It could be becoming my new normal. And this was after I did several loads of laundry and the dishes. So I was running a little tired because on 800 to 900 calories a day, you can get a little tired. But I was excited. I felt so good I had to share it. It looks like my revival appears to be taking place. And you're coming along for the ride. So I'm excited to see these changes. And I really want to thank you for joining me on this journey. And I hope you have a great week. I've had a really good one. See you later.